Well, man, goddamn is right. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys, as always, for joining us here today for another edition of NHP. Man, this is episode 301, as we have officially, as of last week, crossed the 300 line, and yeah, that is pretty huge, man, pretty huge. But here we are with episode 301. Thank you guys for joining us as always for another edition of NHP. How's everybody doing? If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know the show works every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central. We are on here with the news, and every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we are on here with, or no, every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central, we're on here with Unscripted. I think I said the news. We're on here with Unscripted, and every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we're on here with the news. Thank you guys for joining us, man. If you guys did miss this past Tuesday's edition, I'm all fucked up. If you guys did miss this past Tuesday's edition of Unscripted, you guys cannot watch that on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Central for Unscripted. Friday at 3 p.m. Central for the news, and then we only got 2 more weekends before there's no pay-per-view, man. So with that, we are live for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW directly after the show goes off the air as well, man. If you guys also have not got a chance to pick up the brand new piece of Notorious Heels merchandise that dropped last week for episode 300, you guys can now get this. Slept on since 2020. This beautiful, beautiful design is available for you guys now on the merch shop that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man, where you can find this beautiful piece live on there as we speak, man. And with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we've got my man Sir K here. Sir K, tell the world what it is you're smiling about today.
That's a great question, man. That is a great question. I'm smiling because I'm here with you guys, man. Always, always, man. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out and just enjoying January, man, and just seeing where everything goes, man. But like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's they doing? Watching the replay. What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, man. Just chilling. I mentioned to you guys last week that I was thinking about oh damn, I don't have it on me. Oh wait, no, I think I already showed the controller. But due to my man's here buying me a new PlayStation controller that doesn't have stick drift for Christmas. I mentioned to you guys last week I was thinking about buying Madden. Your boy has bought Madden, and I got to play it a little bit last weekend. Throughout the week, whenever I can, sometimes I'll hop on real quick just to work the auction house real quick. But it's been really fun. It's been really fun lately so far, man. So yeah, that's about it. That's new. So that's also pretty much all I got. That's all that's been new, man. Yeah, been enjoying that, trying to enjoy a little bit of downtime, even though sometimes that in itself can be a little hard to get these days. But yeah, that's pretty much about it, man. Just been enjoying that and just relaxing, man. Just relaxing when I can. So yeah, that's all I got. As for you guys, as Durante always asks, I am good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell? And of course, we have the one and only, the owner of GDR Finances LLC. We have Mr. Walk 'em down and cut they shiz off. Mr. Walk 'em down and cook that shit up. Mr. Walk 'em down and run that marathon. Mr. Walk 'em down and climb that tree. Mr. Walk 'em down and feed them families. We got my brother Gotti Devon in the house. How are you doing, my brother? Thank you for joining us, as always. He says he sees Sir K's smile, man. We don't know what Sir K's smiling about. I don't know if we'll ever know what Sir K's been smiling about. I know what he's been smiling about. I feel like I know what he's smiling about, but I don't know. He never confirms it. My brother Gotti, if you will please indulge me, if you can check your direct messages on Instagram, that would be lovely. That's not coming from me. That's coming from my management, manager Logan here. But please, whenever you get the chance, I would love to speak to you. But other than that, yeah, man, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, man. But how are you guys, man? I hope you guys are doing okay. And yeah, man, we got okay. Shit has hit the fan. Quite literally. But especially with WrestleMania season. As of last Friday, obviously we all know Drew McIntyre won the WWE Championship from Chad Rhodes, right? Things have quite literally hit the fan since then. So we're going to start you guys off with WWE news, as there's a lot of big news coming out of last Friday and the decision behind Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Championship. First of all, let's talk about Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Championship, because we have from bodyslam.net, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes both pitched for McIntyre to win the undisputed WWE Championship on Friday Night SmackDown last Friday. There were a few different pitches about the finish of the 3 Stages of Hell match before WWE landed on McIntyre becoming champion with Fatu's accidental help. The wrestlers involved in the main event of SmackDown were told about the direction of the match, about the direction of the finish, just a few hours before the match. Well, with that, Corey Hayes also further elaborated on what this could mean for the direction of Cody Rhodes following Friday Night SmackDown, as Corey Hayes is reporting that while not scheduled for a heel turn, Cody Rhodes is planned for a character shift after losing the undisputed WWE Championship to Drew McIntyre. Now, with that, Uncle Dave is reporting today that Cody Rhodes reportedly pushed for Drew McIntyre to defeat him for the championship because it was the best thing for all concerned. And that Cody would say some shit like that. And that it would feel fresher going into Mania chasing the title.
Still gotta be tied to the title.
Yeah, no, for real. And now the last thing before we can stop and talk, before we elaborate any further, Uncle Dave is also reporting there is 2 possible WWE Championship matches that are being considered for WrestleMania. One, Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. Number 2, Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes. Sir K, what did I tell you in private the other day? This was going to be Who Asked for This Mania again?
And then you've also been saying the thing of people just facing each other over and over and over again.
Yes.
So instead of doing Roman and Cody again, let's just do Cody and Drew again. Like Triple H still has again in there. Do you not get this? Do you not see the problem here? What is? Can you get it through your head?
Honestly, what I felt coming out of this was your best option. And if you wanted to go the route of unpredictability, or the route of like maybe things that people didn't see coming, one thing I had suggested was, why not have Drew win And if you want to do your Sammy match, because, Saturday night's main event is in Montreal, and then Royal Rumble's in Saudi Arabia. So if you wanted to, give Sami Zayn a little, just a little mini push, I guess, or just somebody, to be on the undercard of the Royal Rumble, okay, that's fine. Why don't, in the chamber, you have Drew McIntyre face, a crop of guys and have Roman, maybe win the Rumble and have Jacob Fatu win the WWE Championship and then do Fatu versus Roman at Mania. If you wanted to do Cody and Drew as an undercard match, fucking be my guest. I don't really care. But at least the WWE Championship doesn't have to be tangled in with that, because the story, I mean, what the stories that they used to be, tag partners. They used to be friends. They should be friends, but they're not fucking friends. Okay, what's the story with Cody and Drew? I don't know. Do you have
I
any
don't even know
guesses?
anymore.
I
I
I I
genuinely
don't know
don't even
either.
know it anymore.
I
I
don't.
couldn't tell you. I I don't know anymore. I genuinely don't like remember the stasis for their beef at this point. I really don't.
That makes two of us, because I got nothing either. And what I think would be best and most unpredictable at this point, and something that's actually fresh, is Fatu versus Roman at Mania for the championship, and then you can have Fatu beat Roman at Mania and retain the championship at that fucking point. Because, dude, so first of all, Sir K, man, how did you feel about, Cody and Drew pitching for Drew to win the championship? And then how did you feel about Cody, feeling that, it would be fresher if he was chasing going into Mania, rather than for the second year in a row being the guy going into Mania as champion, even though he's been involved with the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. This would make if we go into WrestleMania 42 and he's still involved with the championship, that will make 4 years in a row where he's involved and tangled into the WWE Championship. How do you feel about that? And do you feel, in Cody's words, if this is the best thing for all concerned?
I don't even know what that corporate ass fucking saying is supposed to say, man. But man, I mean, at least for them pitching the idea, I guess that's good. I mean, I guess, but like, J- Cody realizes, oh, it's gonna be fresher if I do the chase. Dude, we just saw you did the chase in the summer to SummerSlam. You won the title. You are valueless with the title, dude. All you are is a chase. You have been horrible in your championship runs.
Yeah.
Is that what we're gonna have to get again? Another decent chase for a horrible championship run?
I'm not
Is
going to
is that
lie,
all you are?
too.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for Kevin Owens and AJ Styles and John Cena, he should be very thankful for those three men, in my opinion.
He should. He really should be thankful for those three men, dude. That KO match saved his fucking year last year, and that was at the start of the year.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. It's such a weird just environment with that title because I don't want really any of that at this point. Drew's champ, and I guess it's good, but like, I don't even care. In the other day, it's more one of those things where if it was a lose-lose situation, if he would have won or if he would have lost, it would have been really bad. But he won, and I don't care. And then the possibility of Cody chasing. What are you still chasing this thing for, dude? Just give it up. Can you be out of this title picture? For at for any at all. Like I don't get it, man. It's very frustrating with Cody, and it's looking bleak, man. We've been saying it, and it's starting to be true. It's looking bleak. I love Fatu, but like Roman for a championship would be the way more interesting match. And
Yeah.
man, Rainy is looking bleak, man. It is.
It's looking very bleak. It really is. And you got all things considered, or the best thing for all concerned, should I say, is in my opinion at this point, is for Cody Rhodes to be out of the championship picture, man. I think, I don't want them. to get to a point with Cody where it's almost like the old Charlotte Flair syndrome. You know what I mean? Where like all they think of this guy, like you said, all they think of this guy is a championship or a chase for a championship. But either way, you know, all they think is just Cody, 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 surrounded by the WWE Championship. It feels a lot at times like WWE, and it's felt that way for a long time. But when's the last time Cody Rhodes has not been surrounded by the WWE Championship? Even when he didn't hold the WWE Championship during the summer when Cena had it, he was around Cena. You know what I mean? He was gone, and then he came back and was immediately around Cena again. Other than that, this guy has largely, you know, since late 2023 has been, you know, I think was the last time he was out of the title picture, because gearing into 2024, you know, he was building back into the Roman feud. So it's been too long and it's too repetitive. We've been through this with WrestleMania 39, 40, 41, and this year, if any one of these matches take place, that'll make 4 years where this guy is in the WWE title picture at WrestleMania. And I think, which like I said, is why I tossed around the Fatu idea. And again, I am happy for Drew. But again, it just feels like they struck out a little bit too late with McIntyre because, you know, he was hot going into 2025. And, you know, they gave him that Bloodline Hunter story, and then they dropped it, and then he was feuding with Damian Priest, and ever since then, we just went flying off the fucking cliff. We went flying off the cliff with Drew McIntyre, and like Sir K just said, and like I was saying for the longest time, they are making it. They made it to a point where it's a lose-lose situation because yes, Drew McIntyre did win the WWE Championship and I'm happy for him, but at the end of the day, they gave it to him after they fucked him up, and they gave it to him at a point where he's at an all-time low for interest. I mean, maybe not an all-time low, but like at least in this current heel run of Drew McIntyre, this is the least interested everybody's, you know, we're at least in a period I feel where there's a lot of people that are just not interested in him, and it sucks because he doesn't deserve that. And he originally got his moment in he originally got his moment in LOL. He originally got his moment in you know, in a pandemic where there was nobody in the fucking audience, and he got his moment last Friday, but A, it was in front of a dead Germany crowd, and B, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. So it's a lose-lose situation for the guy, and it does suck because he's great. But I mean, again, at the end of the day, they just put themselves in a lose-lose situation. And as for these matches, first of all, Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes at Mania, what in the blue hell is that? Honest to God, what is that? That is fucking terrible. That is so. Did anybody see what those two did at WrestlePalooza? I mean, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes in the ring together. I'm sorry, it's not impressive. I'm not impressed by anything I see by either of them. But we got my guy Nort in the house. Nort, love you, brother. Thank you for joining us. Says you guys are two goats. Well, according to you,
you're the goat.
We're two penguins, bro. So
yeah, you're penguins.
So hey, man. But as for Drew, Cody, and Fatu, Manager Logan says it in the chat. Where was it? He says the triple threat would be okay, but we could do better. Yeah. I mean, it's just that. It's okay. It's okay, but again, quite honestly, we can do a lot better. We can do a lot better than that. Again, the only thing that would spark any sort of interest coming out of that is Jacob Fatu winning the WWE Championship and then Roman winning King of the Ring, which, with that, I guess that would be that. I guess I'll put a different spin on my original idea of Fatu winning King of the Ring and challenging Roman. You could maybe do the reverse. You could have Roman win King of the Ring and challenge Fatu at SummerSlam for Mania. But either way, one of these matches is just okay. The other one is fucking terrible. That is absolutely terrible. I don't know what that is, but Paul, I don't know what Paul's doing, man, but it ain't good. He's not cooking at all.
No, he's not cooking at all. That shit looks fucking horrible, man. I mean, it looks so generic, so boring, and God, Mania season. This shit looking scary.
It is. It is. It's looking very scary. So, could be an idea. Could be an idea. Mr. Walk him down and cut these shit off. Says Roman wins King of the Ring. He needs it badly. I mean, I would mess with it. I would mess with it. Like I said, my original idea was Fatu, assuming Roman would come out of Mania as champion. But if that's not the case, then, at the end of the day, you could always do the reverse, which, again, I just feel would be fresher. I think Fatu winning a world championship in 2026 could honestly at this point be your freshest option, because you have exhausted all your options on SmackDown with Cody. And then again with Drew, it's not even necessarily his fault. It's not that people don't want to see him as WWE champion, but people don't want to see him as WWE champion, if that makes sense. And it's nothing to do with him. It's just their booking. They killed him. They killed him booking wise, man. But it really does suck for Drew, again, because it is really no fault of his own. But that is what it is.
Yeah.
So a lot of you probably are asking, whatever happened to Cody and Roman? Because that was the idea. Well, we have some news on Cody and Roman and what exactly happened with them. So, first off, according to Uncle Dave, the homie Uncle Dave, is reporting that Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes has reportedly been scrapped from WrestleMania following plans of Drew McIntyre's WWE title win. He says this whole WrestleMania changed on Wednesday of last week, so that'll be a week and a half ago at this point. As of last week, when they made the decision to go with the Drew McIntyre title win, that wasn't decided until Wednesday. They may be doing a three-way with McIntyre, Fatu, and Rhodes. That may not necessarily be at Mania, but it could. Thanks, Dave. And that's not even 100%. What? But I was told that it's kind of like a possibility. Wow. I love the security that Dave gives us with these stories, man. That's kind of like a possibility. But
it's possible.
It's possible. But it's not 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
The Cody Rhodes Roman thing is probably not happening. Whatever it is, the Mania plans were changed on Wednesday of last week, and that is when they made the decision to change the championship. So, with that, Self-Made PW is also reporting that recent WWE plans for WrestleMania would reportedly see Roman Reigns defeat Drew McIntyre on the road to WrestleMania for the WWE Championship, which would lead to Roman would defeat Drew McIntyre on the way to WrestleMania. Yes, I read that correctly. For the WWE Championship, which would lead to Cody and Roman at Mania. This is something I could still see them doing. I could. So,
yeah, I could.
The original direction was simply Cody is going to hold this deal until Mania, and then Roman was going to go to Mania and beat him. That's what they were going to do. Triple H wanted to get some surprises in there, and he wanted to throw some monkey wrenches in the road. He wants Cody to win, And so one of the things he devised was Drew was the guy who pitched this, and Drew was smart because now he realized I'm pitching things that can benefit me, but I know it'll go through, it'll benefit the overall promotion and what they're going to do with the big thing. That's a lie. This is a lose-lose situation. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. At this point, like Logan said a little bit earlier, Drew had to pitch himself. I mean, he would have been dead. I don't blame him. You know, that's sometimes, at least in Drew's case, you got to be a little selfish, bro. You got to pitch you winning because, like, again, we all talk about it. If he were to lose, now it is a lose-lose, but if he were to lose, that is the more of two evils, okay? It is. So, the plan as of last week was for Drew McIntyre was going to be the middleman in this Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns story. The idea was going to be for that Drew was going to hold the championship. It was going to lead to Cody Rhodes shifting his character ever so slightly. That they were going to play around with the idea that did he attack Jacob Fatu? Did he not? Is Cody turning heel? Is he not? Are they going to play around with this without actually doing it? Jacob Fatu is going to be a tweener on the show. If you're noticing, you're not hearing a lot of Roman Reigns. It's because he wasn't going to be on TV for a lot of this shit. Wow, it's very professional. He's wow. That's a first. He's a part-timer. The bottom line, we here at NHP, man, we know professionalism, but that's hilarious. Never. He's a part-timer. The bottom line is what I believe they were going to do is play around with all these elements, all these moving parts. Roman Reigns is most likely going to challenge Drew McIntyre and beat Drew McIntyre at some point in this process. And then he was going to face and challenge Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. So we'll have to see how that goes. But that's what Paul Levesque was trying to pull off here.
So from what I gather from that, their whole plan the whole time was going to be Drew would win it. But then Roman would just come back, beat him, and then Cody would still do the chase anyway, just for Roman.
And so, my thing here, if you do this Fatu shit, right? You are gonna, I'm all for WWE leaning into, who did it? Did Cody Rhodes do it? Did Drew McIntyre do it? Whatever, because it's interesting television, and we all know SmackDown sorely needs interesting television at this point. So I don't blame them for doing that. However, if Cody was just going to beat Drew, if Roman was just going to beat Drew to challenge Cody, would it just end up being that? Would it just end up being, Drew that attacked Fatu? Because that's a horrible outcome. I mean, if you wanted to spice it up, you could even say Roman attacked Fatu because he didn't want him. He wanted to get the championship back for the family and not have Fatu do it, because then, that maybe would have, you could have played into, Roman didn't want Fatu to be, head of the table, the family or whatever, because, he was in the box or, whatever. You could have Roman Reigns say, whatever the case is, you could do that. But so what I gather here is that WWE was going to have Roman Reigns beat Drew McIntyre and then just have Cody chase Roman instead of chasing Drew, which Roman could very well still win the chamber and win back the WWE championship.
Literally, they could always de facto this at any moment.
That's
the bad part.
Exactly, which is why, when I first started reading this article, that's why I said I could still see this happening, which, I mean, as long as you don't have Cody Rhodes win the championship back at Mania, because if Mania goes off the air with Cody Rhodes for the second time in 3 years, with Cody Rhodes fucking winning back to WWE or winning the WWE championship, man, that is fucking terrible. I can't even lie to you, man. But I don't know what Paul is cooking up here. There's obviously, I can appreciate that he shook things up and wanted to create a little bit more moving parts in this whole thing, but I just want to stress to you guys, this Mania season can still really get fucked up, like really fucking bad, really bad.
It can get really bad.
So I want to stress that. I really do, because this, we could still be in a very sticky situation, and that is no good, man. But at the end of the day, again, I can appreciate him trying to shake things up. What it sounds like he has in mind is not good, though. And we still need to hold him to that standard, man, because he cannot continue to get away with these corny ass WrestleMania ads where he's fucking sitting there like, you never know what cards someone is gonna bring to the table. Motherfucker, what cards are you bringing to the table? Because it's horrible. It's fucking terrible. The cards you're bringing to the table suck. Okay? Let's just call a spade here, man. However, he could go right. There are ways you can go right out of this. There are, but there's also ways he can fuck it up drastically. And like I've been saying, give us, for the second year in a row, who asked for this Mania? I don't know. Either way, I swear to God, if Cody Rhodes wins that fucking WWE Championship at the end of WrestleMania in Las Vegas, my God. Again, if you wanted to turn him heel and shake it up, then we're talking about a different landscape, but we all know you ain't doing that. We all know it's going to be corny-ass Chad Rhodes fucking standing there smiling, probably giving the fucking belt to his fucking mom again, and going on about his day. Again, he can fix this if he wants to, but I want to stress, he can also really fuck this up again. So, I don't know, but Mania is... Man, I'm fucking scared going into the Royal Rumble, bro. Even though I feel like we won't get real concrete answers until Chamber, because I honestly feel at this point like Braun is going to win the Rumble and go on to challenge Punk, which that, again, that's just repeat matches. But, I mean, I like that for Braun, and I like that for Punk, but it's just fucking repeat matches. I mean, repeat Mania, who asked for this Mania? What the fuck is this Mania? I mean... There's so many little catchphrases you could throw in there, man, and none of them are good. So
Oh, exactly. It's not looking good. It's looking bleak. It's looking repetitive. It's looking just like a big question mark of why for the whole thing. And it's sketchy, man. Mania this season, it's looking sketchy, man. I don't know what they're gonna try to pull. I don't think it's gonna be good.
at this juncture, I am very scared, especially due to the way last year's Mania went, and I will say I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt this year. Last year they were hot. I gave them the benefit of the doubt, and it took literally right up until Mania where I was like, it was that international tour that they did in March where I was like, okay, you're kind of sucking ass with this Mania build. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. I did, because they were having their boom period. This year, I'm not gonna ease up on Triple H, man, and I don't think Sir K is either. Sir K, you gonna ease up on Zordon this year?
Gonna get worse and worse for that bald asshole.
It is. I'm gonna get harder on him, man, because he's been in 2024, bro. 2023. What'd you do? What did you fucking do?
Fucked it all up.
That is all the news surrounding WrestleMania and everything with the WWE Championship. Oh, no, it's not. My bad. Hold on. It gets better. So, okay. All right. Okay. I almost double read a story. Okay. So, also, according to the Wrestling Observer, Uncle Dave of the Wrestling Observer, Triple H reportedly felt that repeating Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania would lead to audience fatigue.
You know, Triple H, man, he's a genius, man.
Yeah.
Doing this thing again might fatigue the fans. So why don't we just do this match again? And then for the other title match, we'll do this match again. And then we'll just do
Wow.
this match again. Like, I'm all like, do you hear about that Rio match too? Or the rumored Rio match is Rio versus Io again?
What? What?
Yeah, that is the rumored match for Rhea Ripley is Rhea versus Io. I would think they're in tag, you know, stipulations or whatever, but that's reported. And if that's true, dude, holy repeat mania.
Uh, I there's there's no, bro. There's Rhea versus Io for what?
Again, because I sent it over, but I thought I read for the world title, which why I was confused.
What the fuck is he planning on doing? If that's the case, let me see.
Hold on. I thought I sent it to you, please.
Well, when you get the chance, please. I would love. But so
Yes.
so
Yeah, W.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
have
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can read it off.
Okay, give me 1 second. Who did this? Self-made sessions.
Self-made PW.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to say clearly they discussed it, and they have mentioned that Io versus Rhea is something they view at main event level. There's no guarantees they're gonna do it. It's still up in the air. They don't know what the Women's World Championship match is gonna be.
I have a guess, and it ain't good. Um, we talked
Okay,
about this yesterday. No, 2 days ago. And my guess for the Women's World Championship for WrestleMania. This is what I think is going to happen for the women at Mania. These are my concrete predictions for Mania. So, I think the U.S. title is going to be off the show. Becky versus AJ for the IC title. Jade and Bianca for the WWE Championship for the women.
okay.
The tags, I think, even though Self-Made PW is reporting that, I think it's going to be a multi-women tag team match with all the women that we're seeing involved. Lyra Bailey, Charlotte and Alexa, Lash Legend, and Nia Jax. I think they're all going to be in a multi-women match. Rhea and Io. And Stephanie, I think Stephanie's going to go into Mania as champion. And I think she's going to face Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. With the news we got last week of Liv Morgan's going to, or 2 weeks ago, of Liv Morgan's going to be a focal point of WrestleMania. And that little tease they did on Raw that 1 week where Liv came back and all she said to Stephanie was, congrats or whatever. I'm coming back. I just came to introduce myself, especially with Raquel being in a feud with Vacker this close to Mania. Raquel's going to lose. Liv is going to swoop in. She might even win the championship because WWE loves Liv Morgan.
I doubt it.
She might even win the championship. And then we will get somebody kicked out of the Judgment Day after that because there's going to be all the jealousy going around. That is what I think for WrestleMania. As for Rhea and Io, I love, Rhea and Io in the ring together. Do not fucking do that shit. Do not do that shit, bro. Just have them walk into Mania as the women's tag team champions and fucking drop them to Lyra and Bailey at the show. I mean,
It's literally that simple.
it's that fucking simple, man. Lyra and Bailey have earned it. They've had one of the best storylines on Monday Night Raw that's fucking underappreciated as fuck, mind you. And besides all that, bro, Paul felt Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes would lead to audience fatigue. And why is that? Is it because that would be our third time seeing it in the last 4 years? Yeah, probably. Um, what would you consider Rhea and Io? What would you consider, I don't know, Paul? Oh, that's right. What would you consider I don't know, Braun Breaker versus CM Punk? What would you get? So okay, how long have how long has Braun Breaker and CM Punk been in each other's circle? How long have the Vision been feuding with CM Punk?
Uh, since right after Mania.
Oh,
So the whole year
yeah.
basically.
That's right. Cody and Drew. How long have those guys been? When was their first match? What was that? What was that? Fucking WrestlePalooza?
I was gonna tell you genuinely, I couldn't even tell you their first match. That's how much I have no clue why they're fighting at this point. I forgot. It mattered so little, but I guess WrestlePalooza.
So we got last April for Braun and Punk being around each other, and then we have since September for Cody and McIntyre. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? What? So how is Cody and Roman gonna lead to audience fatigue, but those two matches aren't? What the fuck is that?
Makes no sense, dude. Makes no sense. Mania is looking so repetitive and so weak, and I think, and we don't even have Royal Rumble yet. I am very scared for the Royal Rumble, and I'm very scared for this Mania season, dude. I think one of those matches in there are going to be the most. What the fuck is this match in the world?
Morris says Cody versus Randy has to be WrestleMania. Man, I I
Just don't even do the match at that point.
I I
It's too
you
late.
I I used to utter that same sentiment, bro. And then WWE proceeded to damn near want to do everything else with Cody Rhodes, but put him in one of the most intriguing stories that they actually have for him. At this point, I don't even know if you do it at this point. You have made people wait. You have Paul has drug his feet for so long with Cody Randy. I don't even know if you do it anymore. I genuinely don't, and that sucks because I want to see it. I do. You have had Randy Orton stare at that godforsaken championship for so long. It's like, it's almost like you guys are. I see you guys in chat talking about Montez Ford too. It's almost like the Montez Ford singles run. Remember in early 2023 when he put Tez in the chamber and he did really good and everybody was coming out of it like, man, they got to do something with Tez. Maybe this was a singles test. And then he never did anything with him. It's almost to the point. It gets to the point a lot of times with Triple H where you wait so long, don't even fucking do it at this point anymore. At this point.
Yeah, it's meaningless, especially without the title. What interest is them? Because first of all, I hate to break it to you, the match itself is probably going to be horrible. Respectfully for both guys,
Their match
I'm
at
not
King of the
excited.
Ring was not that hot.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. So
It's a
without the
Mania
title,
story.
it
The
is.
Mania
It can.
match probably will underwhelm. With respect
But
to
then
both guys.
exactly, respectfully to both guys. And then there's no title anymore,
Yeah.
which in a way I could see the match happening more likely without the title than with the title because, maybe with the title, Randy can still want to go for the title, fucking still staring at it, but Cody still wants it, so maybe that sparks something between them that gets a Mania match, but then it's like, it's the here damn match because here damn you've been fucking teasing this shit for like 2 years now, and we're just finally doing it. This man Triple H has set up lose mania. He really has, dude.
Dude.
No matter if you
Add
do or you
another one.
don't, it's just it lose mania because no one wins. No one looks good. Randy looks horrible.
Now,
Cody looks horrible. Drew looks nothing.
you know what? Morris says no title, just story. At this point,
I could see it.
that may be the option you have to go with because
It might be.
again, at this point, man, you have had. I mean, now don't get me wrong. Randy's gonna look like an idiot because he's been staring at the championship for like a couple years now. So there's obviously that element that would make him look pretty stupid. But at the end of the day, you know, I don't even know that I care to see it anymore. It's almost like the New Day story. How everybody was excited, like, oh, Big E's gonna come out of retirement. He's gonna we're gonna get the New Day triple threat. They've waited so long and killed it so much. I don't even care to see it. I mean, we just talked about it with Drew McIntyre and his WWE title reign. It's like, yes, I'm excited to see Drew win the title because I'm happy for Drew and I fuck with Drew, but you fucking waited so long. It's like, I'm not as happy as I should be watching him win the championship because me and you should have been sitting on the fucking couch going fucking nuts watching Drew McIntyre win the WWE championship. But you, Paul, made it to where I don't care. I just don't care. So, I mean, I don't know, man. He just has a problem with stalling. There's a difference between long-term booking and stalling booking, and what he's done is he stalls too much. He just waits and waits and waits, and interest just plummets. It just plummets, man. It's like, man, I, 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 I
This
don't,
mania looks horrible, dude. This looks
who
like one of the worst possible manias, dude.
who asked for this mania, repeat mania, Sir K added lose mania. I mean, there's so many manias that, like I just said a couple minutes ago, there's so many names for this mania, bro, and not one of them is good. Now, one of them is we're in for a rough. I'm telling you, I would be fucking shocked if this mania turned out good. Now, maybe it will, because I'm setting the bar really low, to be fair.
Same.
But so maybe by default it's going to turn out good because I'm really setting the bar really low. But I tell you, come Royal Rumble, man, I am scared. But I really even feel like even then we won't get concrete answers until Mania, or until a Chamber as to the direction we're going for a lot of these big matches for Mania.
One thing to add to this, man, but apparently on SmackDown, Drew revealed that part of their whole match contract,
Mm-hmm.
if Drew won, Cody cannot receive a title match against Drew. So Roman's just gonna beat him. Roman's just
That
gonna come in and beat him.
Roman's
This-
gonna fucking just beat him. Roman's
'cause they're-
Roman's just gonna okay. So go okay. So with what Sir K just said, Cody Rhodes cannot receive a championship match if Drew is champion. So let me go back to the story I just read to you guys. And that basically, and again, which is why I just said I could see them still doing this. Recent plans for WrestleMania would see Roman defeating Drew McIntyre on the road to Mania for the championship, and it would lead to Cody versus Roman at Mania. So do you not care about audience fatigue, Paul?
Dude, does he not? Because unless he wants to just do Drew and Roman, which repeat me. Like,
What
dude, no
the?
matter what, this fucking
We're
dude set
fucked.
himself up. We're fucked. It's lose mania. It's bad. It's bad. The only solace, like Nathan says in the comments, man, or Daniel, genuinely the only thing I'm looking forward to is probably Bianca coming back and beating Jade.
I'm
That
very
looks
excited.
fun. Hopefully that means we could also get the Naomi return if she's, good by then or however that lines up. But
I don't even know what
dude,
they're
it's
gonna do for like the US and IC title at Mania. I don't know. I don't
who the
know.
fuck is Dom gonna face? Who is Dom circled around that isn't just one-off AAA matches?
Yeah.
Nobody.
No one.
He's like
Nobody.
the U.S. titles. Fuck, who's U.S. champ? Oh, Carmelo. Maybe they'll do like Trick and Carmelo. Maybe.
That would be
Uh,
interesting. That would be an
I'm
interesting
down for
story. Day
that.
of history. I'd be okay with
Exactly.
that. Um, I
It's looking bad.
maybe they do like a multi-man. You get like that SmackDown mid-card scene in there. You get like Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, Trick, Hayes. I don't know. I am so lost with WrestleMania season this year, man. But again, now that I'm hearing that, if Cody can't challenge Drew, we're obviously not getting that at Mania, so Roman's probably just going to beat him, which is Roman and Drew going to be at Chamber as an undercard match? And Roman's just going to beat him for the title there? Cody's going to win the Chamber? Is that what's going to fucking happen? Which,
I have Cody tie
uh,
the record with Austin and fucking win the Rumble. I actually wouldn't be
I was
shocked at
I
that.
was just gonna say, or do you have Braun win the Chamber? Because seeing Braun in the Chamber would be pretty dope. I feel like he could, go crazy in there. But then do you have
Oh, crazy.
fucking Cody Rhodes win the Rumble again? I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Maybe they have Roman win the Rumble, maybe, but like that happened before. Dude, they have screwed them. This is screw yourself mania. Lose mania at an
Just
all-time high, dude. No matter what you do, you're fucked.
Just look at Fatu, bro. I'm telling you, he could save so many of your problems. He's somebody that people want to see. He's ready for the title. Just do Fatu, bro. Just do Fatu, man. I stress he is your way out of this WWE Championship debacle because, again, if Roman wins it, that's just going to lead to Cody Roman. And by the way, an element that I've completely forgot to bring up this whole time. Let's say we do something like Drew, Cody, and Fatu, or Drew and Cody. What the fuck does Roman do at Mania then? Like, let's say you end up doing, let's say we get to Drew, Cody, Fatu. What in the fuck does Roman Reigns do at WrestleMania? What do we do?
I have no clue because Raw would be fucking held tight with fucking Punk and all of them, and Seth will be coming back, so they got that fucking shit to deal with. They set themselves up for shit.
I don't know. At this point, like you said, Bianca Belair coming back and fucking winning the Royal Rumble and the championship against Jade at WrestleMania. That's literally about the only thing I'm excited for going into Mania. And like they better hope that happens too, because if like by the grace of God, or like if we're completely fucked and Bianca ends up not making it back in time, then
Oh my God,
Royal
we're
Rumble
screwed.
Rumble's gonna suck too. Royal Rumble. I mean, what are we gonna fucking? What are you gonna get? What are you gonna get? Jade Cargill versus fucking Jordan Grace? I mean,
Or that if Bianca can't make it back by then, it would 100% be Liv winning the Rumble. Like
I was
I
gonna
love
say,
Liv, but
like, what the
uh,
fuck? Like, what is that? I mean, yeah.
at this point, fucking throw something to the wall, have fucking Roxanne win the Rumble or something.
I,
Dude,
I would like.
something.
I would rather do Rox and Stephanie, but the thing is, bro, it's like Triple H has got this problem, and it's like the same thing with Braun or Liv. It's like you book these people good, but it's like you like something's just like the interest around their
Same.
matches is this year for Mania is just lacking. Like these people are good and there's nothing wrong with them, but it's like you just have a lack of interest with what they're doing at Mania. And it's like
They do. You don't care. Like, who cares about fucking Raw? Who cares about SmackDown? Who cares about the Vision? Who cares about any of this shit, dude? Like, we're probably gonna get a baby faces versus the rest of Vision match at WrestleMania. Who wants to see that, bro? Who wants to see this shit?
yeah, I oh man, I don't know. I know I don't. That's all I know. But thing for WrestleMania, that is everything. All these plans. Morris says Roman is the odd man out. Think about it. He won't be missed. I don't know if Seth will. My brother. I completely disagree with that. Roman Reigns will definitely. They need him for WrestleMania. I could
They
tell you.
need him.
They need a WrestleMania. He says on a side note, for Cody to go heal the Rock, has to be involved You take that and create Roman versus Rock for WrestleMania 3 in Saudi. I think Roman and Rock, if this is going to be Rock's retirement match, I think he would rather the match with Roman than the match with Cody. So I think we will get Roman Rock
Mm-hmm.
next year. I do agree with that. But Roman will absolutely be missed for Wrestle. If they don't have Roman for WrestleMania, then we're sparking a whole that's a whole nother can of worms. That is just,
Exactly.
my God, what would make, you know what?
It's gonna be rough.
I have an idea.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Cena, if you will please, we will gladly accept your application back, okay? If you want to just put in
Literally.
your application, we please come home. This is this is too rough, and it's only been a month and 3 days since you've been gone.
Bruh. Cena
Please.
left. Shit hit the fan.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, Mr. John Felix Anthony Cena, if you would please indulge us and come back, love we would love to accept your services back into the company. Please. Please.
Please, for
Please
the love
come
of God, I'm
back.
begging you.
I need
Please.
we need the savior to come back, because this is ridiculous. It's treating you well, but unfortunately it's going to have to last not too long. You're going to have to come back, cuz this is ridiculous. For the world title seen on Monday Night Raw, one thing they could have done to really spice it up, I think would have been great, because it's probably going to be his last Mania. Why not do Punk versus Styles? That would have been
Might
awesome.
as well.
That would have been
I mean,
really
you
fucking
could do
awesome.
that. Hell, if you really want to fucking go balls to the wall, you could do Punk AJ Finn. I'd take that too. Fuck it. Or after that, give me a program with Finn with one of those two after Mania. Something.
Yeah. Yeah. Punk
But they're
8.
not.
You could do this year for WrestleMania, man. If you wanted to get really fucking creative with it, you could do AJ, Becky, Fatu, Roman, Punk, AJ. God, I mean, there's so many.
So much.
There's so much you could do, and they're not gonna do any of it. They're not gonna do a
Do
fucking
any
thing.
of it. We're gonna
Um,
get fucking Chris Jericho in here, fucking stinking it up properly. Oh, it's gonna be bad. Who knows
yeah,
what he's gonna even come in and do? Dude, Mania is looking bleak. It's bleak. It's
he's
bad.
gonna he's gonna come in and reform Y2 AJ, or no, you know what? You know what we're gonna get? It's gonna be the Y2 AJ story, but it's gonna be Y2 LA. And then we're gonna get Jericho and LA Knight at Mania, and fucking LA Knight's probably gonna fucking lose.
If genuinely, this is funny enough, I think you're right, because if he isn't involved in Chris Jericho, then he's probably just gonna be a random babyface versus division at WrestleMania.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, because that's all they do.
They could also do um something at Mania that might be a cool thing to do is Wyatt's versus MFT. Maybe have that be the
Yeah.
blow off to that. I know, but they've had a pretty good
What else do they have?
they've had a pretty good. I've liked the promos that Solo's done
I
for
have
that. So maybe
actually.
they do. Maybe they do. I mean, the story week to week is pretty bare bones, but like maybe that. I mean, but what
Overall,
else
their
would
matches
each?
are fun.
What else? Jericho, I genuinely could see facing LA Knight at WrestleMania. I could see LA Knight and him being in the Royal Rumble, and then LA Knight eliminating Chris Jericho, and that sparks. Unless,
Mm-hmm.
because I heard Fozzie's going on tour for the month of February and March, so maybe they save Chris for a night after Mania return. That actually might be best, because that might save LA
Might
Knight's
be.
WrestleMania match.
But also, it'll be like, LA Knight shows up to work anyway, so we're just gonna have you, I could 100%, do the thing where the dude for his Mania match isn't showing up, and they're just basically trying to like call him out every week and shit. That type, I could see them doing that with Fatu, or not Fatu, LA, with that. They could do one of those fucking WrestleMania stories where the one opponent just doesn't show up.
Yeah, I
And he's gonna,
yeah,
oh, they're
or like
100% gonna do a segment where he attacks him on tour.
oh brother. Um, That's if
You
they
know
do,
it.
unless they do like the LA, or unless they do like an open challenge at Mania and Jericho comes out. I could see something like
See
that.
that too.
You know, they could run a story where like LA Knight. Okay, I apologize for the little hiccup there. We're back. All right, so where were we? LA Knight. Speaking of LA Knight, according to Fightful, LA Knight was scheduled to travel to Germany. It has not been confirmed if Raw will be on Raw, but the show is set to emanate from Dusseldorf. This was this past Monday, before a house show in Mannheim on Tuesday. It would be unusual for WWE to bring Knight to Germany in the middle of a European tour for no reason. So were they just going to? Were
Have them
I was
show up to fucking Geek Catering.
yeah, I they did they just want him to show up for the European tour to help sell tickets, even though he's been written off of television? But he's just on the didn't they just say he had like a fractured sternum or something? Yeah,
Oh, that's what it was. Like, dude, what?
what? And like at this point, bro, we already know you got nothing for the Rumble. Just save the guy for the Rumble at this fucking point.
You might as well, dude. You might as well. We know you're not gonna do with anything with LA of note. Just save him for the Rumble.
At this point, bro, you might as well, because I mean, what are you doing? But LA Knight apparently is traveling with the crew on the European tour, so I don't know what that means, but hopefully good news for LA Knight soon.
Hopefully.
Speaking of good news, Stephanie Vaquer, somebody also on the Raw roster and also injured like LA Knight, so they say. Stephanie Vaquer is reportedly expected to be cleared to compete pretty quickly. According to Uncle Dave, he says, yeah, Stephanie and Raquel were supposed to have a match in a week or two. They're having a match as soon as she's ready. She has a legitimate injury, but it's a minor injury. It's not as big of an injury as they're playing up. I heard she was going to be cleared pretty quickly, as it is a minor injury, but not a real injury. So this is good news for Vaquer, man. You could tell it's obviously a minor injury, as they literally have Raquel beat up on her hurt ankle every week. So, you know, that's pretty. I figured that would be pretty apparent that, Stephanie would, ultimately be okay after, all this, and it wasn't going to be too long of an injury. But it seems like she's going to be back very soon to fulfill that match with Raquel.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. Good she isn't having any major injury, and let's just get this Raquel match out the way.
Please.
Please.
Speaking of injuries in the women's division as well, Bodyslam.net is reporting Tiffany Stratton is now ready to return from an undisclosed injury. She is expected to be featured prominently headed into WrestleMania. Now, Tiffany, man, I couldn't tell. Maybe the U.S. title, but I don't even see that making the show, to be honest.
I really don't, man. I don't know what major things she could get into for Mania. I really don't.
Man, I am completely lost when it comes to Tiffany Stratton. I couldn't tell you now one thing that I could possibly envision her doing at WrestleMania. I genuinely couldn't. I genuinely
No.
couldn't, man. So we have another one here that is we got another one in Tiffany that is injured but also looking ready to come back. But as for her creative, man, I'm lost. I'm lost. I am.
I really am lost for the creative for her.
So Tiffany is ready to come back, and hopefully they do have something of note that they do want to do with Tiffany, bro. But Speaking of more SmackDown related people, according to Uncle Dave, the Street Profits' absence from WWE TV is not due to an injury. WWE simply took them off to allow them to freshen up. When
But
were
what does it matter?
when were they ever on fire and when were they ever stale? Because they've kind of just been like still water. You ever seen those like abandoned buildings and they got like that still
Yep.
water in it and it just doesn't do
Yep.
anything? That's the Street Profits.
That's the trick.
They've never been dead. They've never been on fire. I mean, maybe they've been more dead than on fire, but like they've kind of just been like still water, to be honest. They kind of just they're just there.
Exactly. So I don't know if fresh up means like freshen up their characters or just freshen up their energy from, just, always being on tour and whatnot. So don't know really what it means from that, but who really cares either way? There's
Yeah.
probably just gonna be some generic multi-tag match at Mania and they're gonna call it a day.
Probably. That is probably going to be the way that they go for WrestleMania. Or they might even to be honest, bro, I would if I was WWE, I would maybe just even save them for a night or a SmackDown after Mania return. Just because I mean, what are you going to I mean, like let's say you bring them back. What are you going to do with them? You going to have them fucking challenge the Wyatt 6 for the titles at Mania again? I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So Street Profits, they've been taken away to freshen up. And again, I don't know what you're going to do when you bring them back, but I guarantee you it's probably nothing of note. So, yeah.
No, it isn't.
This one's interesting. Paul. We got this guy, Paul. Sir K, we have another edition of Paul's latest propaganda.
Is it the tryouts thing?
Yes. We
Oh
have
my god, I read that today, dude.
we have
The
some dude, we have some more Paul Levesque propaganda. We have some more Paul Levesque propaganda here, as according to Uncle Dave, there was a focus on black males and bodybuilders at this week's WWE tryouts due to the criticism that Paul Levesque does not push black males. They
the
literally
fact
held
that
a
has to be a
they literally held a Paul propaganda tryout.
dude. Literally, it's hey, we know our guys are racist. We're gonna have all. He doesn't like any of you guys, but we're gonna have you guys here. We're gonna semi-use you, so he doesn't get called a racist. How about that, man? You
Yeah.
know,
And it's not even
the
just the
fact
males.
that this needs no, not even just the fact that this not only needs to be a story, but needs to be a thing they did is inherently so hilarious. I don't think that to them this is like, look, we're fixing the problem, but the fact that this story exists in the first place is inherently so hilarious, dude. It is hilarious. I'm sorry. That is one of the worst fucking titles for a news fucking just related thing in the world. It got to that point. They had to do that.
I've been seeing all the memes of Powerhouse Hobbs being a political hire, and they have been killing me because
Oh,
boy does that just line up
that is
perfectly.
true.
See, this would make sense as to why they called up Javon Evans this so early. This would make sense why they're putting Obafemi on the main roster. This would also make sense as to why they put the United States Championship on Carmelo Hayes. This makes a lot of sense now. And
Makes a lot. They're pushing Tricky, obviously. He advanced in that whole thing tonight. Oh man, they are propaganding it up. Oh man, Triple H, he's so
Paul,
racist, dude.
Paul's propaganda is it strikes again. See, you're doing a tryout to, you know, show people that you do like black males. Okay. Well, Paul, don't you think this would have
Wow.
never been a problem in the first place if you would have just used the ones that you had, like the whole fucking time you had them? Don't you think that would have been, isn't this the same guy that said, I don't see color. All I see is talent. Really? Well, really big coincidence there, Paul. Seems like
See
seems
his talent, but
yeah.
I don't really care for Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, what do you see? What do you see, you bald Nazi? Huh? What do you see? Huh?
Literally,
What do
it's
you
too
see,
late,
Paul?
bro.
It's too late, Paul. It's too late.
It's too late. Like the jokes are already sewn in the
Oh,
fabric of
they're
your existence,
yeah.
bro. You are the bald Nazi forever. You can never not be the bald Nazi anymore. It's too late. Why are you trying to fix your shit now? It's too late. We already know you're racist.
Yeah.
Fucking you got fucking MVP calling you a racist coward.
Yeah, you racist coward. You racist fucking bald Nazi
Like
coward.
you're screwed, dude. That is genuinely the funniest set of tryouts I think could ever happen. We're having these tryouts to prove our boss isn't racist. It's too
Wow.
late. It's too. Once you got to do shit like that, bro, it's too
Yeah,
late.
it's
It's too
over.
late, man. That is hilarious.
Well, hopefully Paul can actually find it in his heart to actually just see talent and not see color. So hopefully
'Cause he
Paul.
sees it. And he don't
Oh,
like
he
it.
definitely. Oh yeah, he sees it all right. Yeah, Paul sees color
He
for sure.
lying.
All right, he's lying his ass off, 100%. Um, I don't know what's up with Paul, man. I don't know. Hopefully they get it together, but I mean, again, man, just use your talent, bro. Just use your talent. Talent is talent. No matter the color of their skin, bro. I mean, it's not rocket science. We're in 2025, and typically, it's crazy too because he's typically very good with like pushing. You like international. Like we see like a lot of Japanese stars in WWE. I guess Paul is a
Yeah.
is a big fan of New Japan, but he doesn't really care about anywhere else.
No, yeah, he don't. He likes guys from Japan and guys from anywhere else, man. He's not fucking with you, man. He's not vibing. He doesn't like this type of stuff, man. He likes Cody. He likes Seth.
Yep.
He likes Punk, and he likes all these people with a very common denominator, man.
Hmm. Yep. 100%. 100%. So, Paul's latest propaganda strikes again as hopefully he can find the black males and bodybuilders that he's looking for at his newest tryout. So,
Hopefully.
there you go. Speaking of CM Punk, we got news on WWE 2K. Actually, let's talk about somebody on Paul's team before we get to the Punk story. According to the Wrestling Observer, William Regal's role at WWE TV tapings is for him to critique the style and believability of matches. Well, the
He's not
believability.
watching Cody matches.
I was gonna say, what does he think of Kyrie Sane matches? What does he think of those? And also,
Just new people, because the main roster can use them.
holy shit, dude, he's there to critique the style and believability of matches. Bro, what? Oh, I want to know what Regal has to. He has to get paid to sit there and flame motherfuckers all day. He has to.
That is actually a good job. Just them soft ass kicks. Them soft ass chops.
What
Them weak
is,
ass chops.
bro? What do I genuinely want to know, bro? What does he say to Kyrie Sane? I need to know what he says to Kyrie Sane. I really do.
That's why I think it's only for like new incoming people, because he really should go to Raw for just once, one time, please. Show him, actually SmackDown too. Show him Damian Priest. Show him Cardi Sane.
Yeah.
Show him fucking. Show him so many people. Please,
Yeah.
for the love of God, show him so many people.
What does he fucking think of fucking discount dork Undertaker? I mean, what does he think of him?
Yeah, what do you think of
I
this
will say
fucking?
though, I bet he does love Braun Breaker. He's got to, because
Oh no,
Braun
you
shit
know.
looks like it hurts. It really does.
He loved Braun, Dragunov, Gunther, people that like
Oh
actually
yeah.
fucking hit each other.
Oh, he's got to love
He
Dragunov,
loved them.
bro. He's got to.
Oh yeah, he's got to. I'm sure he does. He probably found him. He probably did.
He actually
But
probably did.
I think he did, because that was the era where he was the guy that was
Yeah.
sent out to find everybody.
Hmm.
Um, and he's from the UK too. You
Yeah.
know he was
Yeah.
at
Oh
all them
yeah.
shows. You know it. But that's hilarious. What does he do?
Um.
Triple H and his friends' jobs. What do they do?
This for real, bro. Well, sir, Regal's doing a little bit more than Road Dogg is, I guess. But
That
even
is
at
true.
that, I guess you got a lot of Adam Pages back there, because the advice that he's giving people doesn't seem to be sticking.
No, they
I
just don't
guess.
take it.
I guess not. I guess not. But regardless, we have um we have oh yes, CM Punk. We got CM Punk, man. CM Punk will be this is according to Insider Gaming. CM Punk will be featured will be the featured star. Great. 2 is what if matches that look at what could have been had Punk not left WWE in 2014. That is actually very interesting. And 3, fantasy matches against opponents he never was able to face for one reason or another. The last time, or not the last time, but one of the more popular showcase modes in, WWE 2K or WWE games history is actually the CM Punk one. It's the what was that, 2K15, I think it was. People love that. That's still to this day a lot of people's favorite showcase mode. And it seems he's going to be the featured star of 2K26. I also seen that they were going to be using the Scratch logo. I don't know if that's actually going to be a thing or not. I would love that personally. I love the Scratch logo. But I also love the network logo too. I actually do. I think it's a nice
I do
clean logo.
actually.
But the Scratch logo is obviously that's the greatest one of all time. But Punk, I mean, the showcase mode seems pretty cool. What I get out of this is that Punk is going to end up being the cover, which I also fuck with, because he also has one of the hardest covers in WWE 2K history. I don't think it's going to come close to the WWE 13 cover, obviously. But I mean, I'm excited to see what they come up with for their showcase mode here.
And it looks interesting. It looks decent. We'll see how it goes, man. It looks like it has fun. I do like how they're turning showcase mode, and instead of just going match to match to match about their career, to doing different stuffs about the people they select. I think I like that a lot. And he could be dope on the cover. He really could. And overall, I like what they're doing with this.
Same. So hopefully it ends up good, and hopefully the game this year ends up being worthwhile. So that is actually everything for the WWE stories, man. As we do have an official word from our sponsor here at NHP, man. We got a word from none other than W Energy, man. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula that is sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings, with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourself 10% on your next W purchase.
Truly, always got to shout out Debbie. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, no matter what it may be, whether it's this WrestleMania season and trying to be focused during whatever they're going to build. If you need the energy, you want the focus, try Debbie. It won't let you down and it'll taste good. All at the same time, truly always got to shout out Debbie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, as always, thank you to our official sponsor of Notorious Heels. Thank you, as always, to W Energy. Well, guys, with that, moving over to AEW, we have news on Queen Aminata. This is it's okay. What's your favorite Queen Aminata match? The AEW fans, they say she's really good. They say she's had a rise in the company, and they say she's really good, man. What's your favorite Queen Aminata match?
I think that one match she had at that one time.
Oh, you're talking about Aminata Heart 4.
Part 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they did fucking do a bunch of matches with those. You know what? How about Aminata Part 2?
Oh,
That's my favorite one out of those.
I think that's the most underrated one, man. I think that's the most underrated one.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3 might be the best one, though. Do you remember 3?
I do remember 3
Yeah.
to a T.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember more than anything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Great match.
Yeah, it was fucking fantastic, dude. Well, Queen Aminata, she's gonna have her chance to have Aminata Heart 6 because she, according to her YouTube channel, she revealed that her AEW contract has been extended until 2027 in February. She says, "I'm happy, even though my neck is messed up right now. I can't wrestle." Oh wow, I didn't even know that. Actually, no, I did know that. I thought we went over that a couple weeks ago. She says, "I'm very, very happy and very motivated, and I cannot wait to get back." Well, that actually sucks. I forgot about that. Well, it sucks that she can't wrestle now, but I'm happy she is happy and remain with AEW, somewhere where she wants to be.
Yeah, exactly, man. Good thing she's happy. Overall, I do like her. I would like if they actually, use her in a prominent
Yeah, she seems good.
story-driven role. She seems good, so hopefully when she comes back, they could actually, prominently use her for once.
There you go, man. And now, AEW signings. Let's go over some AEW signings because AEW made 7.5 acquisitions on this past Wednesday. As you can see on your screen, AEW. As you can see on your screen here, man, AEW has revealed 3 new signings that are kind of like their half signings. These are their people that now have joint contracts between AEW and CMLL, as they have signed Persephone, Yosoi Hechizero, and the greatest, or as AEW commentary says, Masquerada Dorita. As these are 3 new acquisitions to AEW's landscape here. As like I said, these are like part CMLL signings, part AEW. So they got that joint contract. As yeah, all 3 of them have now joined the AEW roster. We obviously see Hechicero and Masquerada Dorada a lot. As for Persephone, we seen her this year at Forbidden Door. She looked really good, and AEW picked her up, man. I think this could be pretty big for them someday if Tony Khan decides he wants to use her to her fullest potential.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Overall, there's Hechicero and there's Masquerada Dorada. Um, I thought they were already signed to those the dual contract. I think they were already signed to it, so I think he just dropped the graphic to drop the graphic. But the Persephone one is really cool. That's actually new, and she's actually really good. She was really good in Forbidden Door. And I know their women's roster is starting to get kind of bloated like their men's, to be honest. But she is really good, and I hope they genuinely find a good use for her in that world title scene because she could fit in there. She was really good at Forbidden Door.
I agree. I agree, man. I think she did. I think she did fantastic in Forbidden Door or at Forbidden Door, and yeah, I think she. I think she attracted a lot of. I think she attracted a lot of. It's almost like the Stephanie Vacker effect with her. You know, she was one of those people. She was one of those people that nobody really knew up until that point. But when we seen her, everybody was kind of like, "Damn, she's not so bad." And I always hear good things about her from people that keep up with CMLL. So I'm happy for AEW, man. I think that's a good pickup for them. I think that's a good pickup for them, as she could possibly be pretty big for them someday, man. So with that being said, AEW has also signed some other names, as this past Wednesday on Dynamite, AEW aired this vignette that you see on your screen here for, as you can see, the Rascals. The Rascals, they have got the Rascals from TNA's grasp, which is Trey Miguel, Desmond Xavier or Wes Lee, Myron Reed, and Zachary Wentz. I almost called him Nash Carter. Zachary Wentz, as all four of these guys are coming to AEW. They got some singles guys in here. They got 2 tag teams, whatever they want. They got 4 new guys. And they have 4 guys that, in my opinion, are fucking incredible. I think they're great. I know a lot of people love Wes Lee from his NXT run. I think they're all great. I love, Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz as a tag team. I think they're great as a tag team. I don't keep up with TNA, so I have not seen this version of the group with Myron Reed, but I also do hear a lot of good things about him. And I do hear good things about Trey Miguel as well. I'm so happy these guys are all back together. And look at what Tony Khan did for the Hurt Syndicate. He allows these guys to be themselves and to be, all together and with each other, man. So I'm super stoked for them. And I'm very excited to see the Rascals in AEW. I think they fit the AEW style perfectly. And I think that's a fucking awesome tag team addition for them.
I think it is. I think it's a great tag team singles. They got a whole bunch of people in this group, man. I like it. And this is a faction. This is one of those people where it's actually balanced, where you have tag team guys, you have just singles guys too. It's really nice to see, and I'm excited. These guys are really cool. Known about the Rascals for a while now, and I'm glad they're coming to AEW. I'm glad they get to go be themselves in AEW, and I really hope that they're on Dynamite and they're on that side because I could see them making these guys collision guys, and that would not be good for them. Make
Oh,
them Dynamite guys, please.
please. I beg of you, Tony. Yeah, like I said, you're getting 4 new guys, bro. So you again, and I know a lot of people love Wes Lee. Again, like I was saying, man, a lot of people love Wes Lee. You have either 2 tag teams, a trio and a singles guy, or you have 4 new singles guys. No matter what you want to do with them, you have additions. You possibly have additions to damn near every one of your division with these guys. And again, I think they're all great. Like I said, I already am seeing a bunch of people wanting Wes Lee to be a TNT champion, and I mean, he was great in NXT. I really loved his Cardiac Kid babyface North American Championship run. I thought he did great work there. And these guys are all great, man. These guys are all great. But according to the Observer, TNA took a while to offer the Rascals Zachary Wentz a new deal. And when they did, it wasn't anything great as far as anything new. It makes me think, because it was just him, this has something to do with what happened with him in WWE. I don't think they cared to keep him because I don't think WWE, although they did feature him a couple times in NXT, I ultimately don't think they cared to bring him back because of all that controversy and him with the mustache a couple years ago, which, I'm sorry, when that shit came out, he was a lot younger in the photo that was shared. And I think it was bullshit. A person can grow a lot. And the fact that he got fired over that any fucking way, I think is ridiculous. And I think it's a case of people just fucking being soft. Because of whatever reason, even though, again, we've all done stupid shit. We've all done stupid shit. We've all done shit we're not proud of. He clearly fucking apologized for it and expressed that he was sorry and he was just a fucking jackass when he was younger. We've all done it. We've all done a lot of shit that we're not fucking proud of. We've all fucking said and done things, when we were younger that we're all not fucking proud of. But to fire him for that and then to hear about this, I think it may have some, because again, makes me think WWE maybe still kind of feels some type of way about him, which again is bullshit, in my opinion.
100% it's bullshit, and 100% that was targeted on the man. It was WWE using their pull over TNA to lowball somebody, man, and that's fucked up. And I'm glad he went to AEW, man. I'm glad they got signed over there. I'm glad that they could actually look past that and see the value in change, which is good, man. Look at the Briscoes, look at the Rascals. I mean, people make mistakes. It's okay.
No, 100%, man, 100%. And again, I mean, and Triple H always likes to fucking talk about, oh, if you're not the same person, if you're the same person you were 5 years ago, then you're doing something wrong. I've changed a lot. So for you not to believe that other people could change, I think is a little hypocritical of you, Paul. So,
Oh, I would think he would love that image.
he did. He probably
I would
did.
think.
Yeah.
He probably he thought it
I'm
was
surprised.
probably great.
I think he loved it, as a matter of fact. That bald Nazi. He definitely loved it for sure. But, yeah, so that's the news on the Rascals coming to AEW. That's huge for them. Again, and two, snagging them away from TNA, which is a company that's affiliated with WWE. I also think, the Rascals, they probably didn't want to, go over to TNA or re-sign with TNA just to be, a part of, WWE's little brother program. I mean, is pretty much what
Yeah,
TNA is,
exactly.
what TNA is at this point. But I mean, yeah, I mean, the Rascals, if Tony Khan does them right, these boys should be on the list for nominee for Faction of the Year next year. That's what I'm holding you, Tony Khan. If you fall short of that, if you fall short of them being as at least a nominee, then really we have a fucking problem, because again, these guys are so great, man. These guys are so great. They're all really nice. I actually got the chance to meet them a couple years ago, and they're all well, I didn't meet Myron Reed. He wasn't in the group yet, but Desmond Xavier, Trey Miguel, and Zachary Wentz, they're all really fucking nice guys. They were all really nice to me, and they're all fucking fantastic performers, man. And again, they fit that AEW style great, and they have the potential to be really fucking good for that tag team division. And what gets me excited about that is AEW needs tag teams. We could see the Rascals versus the Bucks, the Rascals versus Jet Speed, the Rascals versus the Ops, the Rascals versus the Hurt Syndicate, FTR. I mean, there's so much you can do with the Rascals, and do not fall short of that.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that is that. And our final story here for today is none other than Will Powerhouse Hobbs. As boy, oh boy. Bro, okay, so first of all, we brought to you guys last week that Hobbs WWE had interest in Powerhouse Hobbs, and me and Sir K were laughing at this because we were like, what in the
random.
randomness? Like, Powerhouse Hobbs' contract probably isn't up, for a couple more years or whatever. Because it just seemed so random at the time. It did. It seemed so random. And as of Wednesday, we find out that Powerhouse Hobbs is finishing up with AEW. As according to Sean Ross Sapp's, or Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp, Hobbs' AEW contract is expiring at midnight on Wednesday. And while AEW made a substantial offer to retain him, sources indicate he is expected to sign with WWE as early as this week. Hobbs reportedly finish up at tonight's AEW Collision tapings following Dynamite, quietly wrapping up what could be his final appearance for the company. AEW and Hobbs have been engaged in contract negotiations for months, and while the offer AEW gave him was said to be huge, Hobbs opted to test free agency, and WWE has been waiting. Sources believe he is headed there, barring some unforeseen change. The report noted adding that WWE has held interest in Will Hobbs for years, dating back to when Dan Ventrell was leading talent relations. Although rumors of Hobbs jumping ship have surfaced in recent months, there was no contact between Hobbs and WWE until recently. Still, that window opened quickly once his AEW deal neared expiration, and now the path appears clear for a WWE debut. Despite leaving AEW, the report states that Hobbs is exiting on good terms with no heat or friction between the two sides. Hobbs, a key member of the Don Callis family, a key member of the Ops, and a key member of Team Taz, former TNT champion, had grown into a prominent force on AEW television, but the allure of WWE and the opportunity for a new chapter seems to have won his way out. It is also being rumored that Will Hobbs is going straight to the main roster. How much did this shock you, bro? That it was up this
shocked the hell out of me.
Yes, this soon.
It shocked the hell out of me, man. But it was the ultimate explanation to the interest last week, and it still shocked the hell out of me. I mean, spoiler alert for Collision, if y'all care about that. I don't think anyone here watching does.
Yeah, no.
I guess they lose the trios titles on Collision,
Yes.
and that was it. That's it. And
they dropped them to hang jet speed.
That's a Tuesday thing to talk about. but it's very interesting. It's very just, I don't know. His future, I'm glad he's leaving on good terms. I am. I think that's a good thing for just the business overall and just for his relationship with the company. And I hope it works out in WWE. I hope it does. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. They got a lot of big guys over there. Triple H is a big staller. And then, they literally had to have a whole tryout of specifically black males to make it look like they actually, they use people. So I hope it works out for him, and I think he has the potential to make it. I just don't trust WWE overall, man. That's really where my big
motherfucker. Okay, good.
And I think AEW could have done more. They had that whole book of Hobbs, and that was really interesting. And really wish they kept that stuff up, man. But we'll see how everything goes. I'm glad he's leaving on good terms, and it is interesting that he's going into WWE. I just hope they have the space, and I hope they have the use for him over there, man. I really hope they do.
Me too. 100%. I think so as well. The rumors, I'm happy for him going over to WWE, and it's also important to leave AEW on good terms, especially the way WWE runs business sometimes. You mentioned you think he's going to make it, and I guess that would be one more than Hikuleo. Hikuleo, he didn't make it. He didn't make it, but I think Hobbs could make it. I think he can make it. I don't think there's going to be fear or concern if he's going to make it or not. However, man, we have, we have a dilemma here with Will Hobbs going straight to the main roster. I don't think which is sad because he spent a lot of years in AEW. I don't think Hobbs is main roster ready, if I'm being honest. I think, and not that he sucks or anything, but like, I just think he would really benefit from just a few, maybe like a year in the Performance Center. And also, with all these call ups, why would you bring up Will Hobbs around the same time Javon Evans, Obafemi, guys like that are hitting the main roster? And also, too, Ricky is in NXT. Hobbs and Ricky have history. That is a money feud that WWE can do. And also, too, let's get Will Hobbs in there because, again, he was in AEW, but it's not like he was like a huge name in AEW. So, like, let's get him in NXT just to be like familiar with, just to get familiar with, you know, just to get familiar with, you know, just the WWE audience. I think that's very important for them to do. I think that's something they should do, and I don't see a reason why you wouldn't do that when you just gutted NXT. You know, so I really think it would be beneficial for Hobbs to go over to NXT first. But man, I do like the WWE move. He obviously turned down a lot of money from AEW, so obviously it wasn't a money thing. And you know what they always say, it's either cash or creative. And again, even though he wasn't buried in AEW, they, like Sir K said, man, they could have done a lot better with him. They could have done a lot better, and they could have
True.
done a lot better to position him as a top star if they really, you know, thought that he was a top level guy. And it's like you're offering, you know, we hear about Tony Khan offering him huge money. Why are you offering him huge money if you don't use him like he's a huge star? You know, I mean, it's Tony's money. He can do whatever he wants with it. But like, at the end of the day, he was just like a middleman in the ops. You know what I mean? So offering him huge money just to probably have him stick around as a trios champion for another 5 years and do fuck all. There's obviously, you know, people that Tony loves way more than somebody like Will Hobbs, but at the end of the day, again, it's always either cash or creative, and I could see why Hobbs maybe wanted to test the waters because maybe he feels like WWE creative would be more, you know, would have more of a focus on him. Which with WWE, it's either one or the other. You either get street profited or you fucking get Braun Breakered. You know what I mean? You either have no fucking direction at all or they really like you and they really want to use you. And also too, another reason why I would put him in NXT, they have so many monsters on the main roster. You have Gunther, you have Braun, you have Obafemi on his way up, you have Jacob Fatu, you have Bronson Reed, you have all these monster guys on the main roster. Where the hell is Will Hobbs going to fit in that? Can somebody explain this to me?
Exactly, and that's my big fear.
Yeah, and that's one of the big fears with him too, man, is again, you call him straight up to the main roster. I'm sorry. I think Will Hobbs is getting lost in the shuffle. Put him in
I think
NXT.
so.
He has NXT champion written all over him. He does. He does.
He really does.
And again, the feud with Ricky, you know, there's still some guys down there. You know, Tony D'Angelo's still down there. Again, Ricky Starks is still down there. So you know, you don't got much, but you got something. But again, to the point of you don't got much, you should probably get it together. Should probably get it together with Will Hobbs because he is he will be lost on the main roster if you call him straight up. I can almost guarantee that. But that is the news on Hobbs and going to WWE, man. As for him going to WWE, though, I am excited for him. And again, the way WWE does business, like I can't stress it enough. It's very important. I think that he does keep good terms with AEW. And from what we're hearing, he did. So I'm very glad for that. And I'm glad that he, you know, he is staying on good terms with the company. So,
Most definitely.
yeah. And that just about does it. That just about does it here for this edition of NHP. As, yeah, man, we got. Okay. And that is gonna do it. And that is everything we got here for today. For another edition here of the news, as this has been episode 300. Thank you guys as always. Thank you guys as always for joining us here today. For another edition, like I said, of the news, man. That is. I'm sorry, this is being all goofy. Okay. All right. Okay. I pause right at the end. Wonderful. Okay. Yes, that is gonna do it, man. That is gonna do it. For this edition of the news. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for another edition. This has been episode 301. Thank you guys. As always, it has been a pleasure for my Johnny.
Nice, okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition, man. This has been episode 301. Thank you guys, as always. Everybody in the live chat. We got my guy Morris, Nathaniel, Manager Logan. We got the homie Nort, and my brother, Gotti Devon. Thank you. As always, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you all on Tuesday with NHP Unscripted.
Peace.